In this video, we are going to introduce the concept of binary search, which is also useful for debugging. Let's see this with an example. Suppose we have a list of numbers that are in order, and we want to find a specific number, in this case 735. So we can go through the list one by one until we find the number that we want, but that's not very effective, especially if the number is one of the last. Another way to do it, which is far more effective, is binary search. And the concept is very simple. If the list is in sequence, we can split the list in half. We look into the entry in the half, and if it is greater or smaller, we know in which of the half is the number we want. We can exclude half of the numbers, and then we go to the split again in two, identify the part that the number is, exclude the remaining, and then we repeat this until we find a number. So if you see, debugging is also the same. A program is a long list of statements which are in order, and we can go one by one, stepping over each statement until we find the line with the bug that we want to investigate. Or we can also apply binary search, the same concept. We can try to split the space in half, investigate at that half point and see if our bug is before or after, and then repeating this as many times as needed until we reduce the search space to a smaller amount of code, which is easy to step through each statement until we understand the part of the problem that we are interested in. So let's see these examples where we can have programs that are long and need to apply binary search. So let's start with this first example. This is a program that is just a very long block of code. In this case, it's a form. As you can see, it has many lines, and stepping through each line at a time, all these lines, it will take a long time. It will be boring and not very effective. So one simple way to do in this case, it is exactly as we talked before. We can just put a breakpoint in the middle and then investigate if the problem is in the first half or in the second half, and then act accordingly and repeat if needed. So until we get to a reasonable number of lines that we know the bug is there, and then we can go one by one until we find the exact line. So there is another case where it's not a unit of code that is very long with many statements, but it's a program that is very deep. Let's see also with an example. So in this program, if we stop in the debugger, we can see that it is already on level 20. So the call stack has 20 levels, and although the block of code that we see is very small, there are 19 other levels up which together make a very big search space. And the same concept of binary search can be applied in this case. The only difference is that we are not splitting the block of code in half. We are trying to split our call stack in half. So we are going to put breakpoints on level 10 or maybe level 15, and this way try to reduce the call stack to identify the place where the part of the program that we are interested in is located.